Hello, hello, hello. It's another glorious day, my tea sippers, and you know what time it is. I hope you have all of your comforts together because it's time to dish tea. And you're dishing tea, darlings, with Big Meat.
Can't wait. It's time to dish tea with Big Meat. It's time to dish tea with Big Meat. It's time to dish tea with Big Meat. It's time to dish tea with Big Meat.
Darling.
All right, and hello, There we go. But let's start there. Can you guys hear me? Maybe, can you hear me? The mic was fucking muted. How about that? Okay. All right, let me know if y'all, okay, can you hear me? Okay, how about now? Okay, Lorenzo said there was no sound, but can you hear me now? Okay. Okay, can you hear me? Can you hear me? Can you hear me? Ooh. Okay. Gotcha now. Okay, that's what I needed to know. All right. Perfect. Okay. Oh, see, here goes this damn phone. I don't know what's going on with my phone and my Facebook on my phone, but it always logs me out. And I'm not exactly sure why it does this, but I'm trying to keep up with all of you on my phone because I can't respond here. But nonetheless, we're about to get into a couple of things up in here today. This should be very educational for us all because this is about us, honey. Did y'all know it's Satisfy Saturdays, child? And we want to make sure that, we talk about things that satisfies us, right? And how we're satisfied and things of that nature. And we take it across the board, okay? It's not just in the carnal sense of the word or whatever, but it's in all of it, And I'm going to start by asking, or maybe saying today, that, I say all the time, or we say all the time, that you can't love nobody unless you love yourself or whatever, right? But I titled today's show, "Why do we go out of our way to make sure that we please others, but we don't please ourselves?" Huh? How come we don't know how to satisfy ourselves? And that's across the board, okay? That there is across the board. Oftentimes we're looking for external avenues to make that happen. We're looking for the outside children to come through. We're looking for something, whether it's a person, a place, or a thing, honey, a noun, honey. Come on, okay? Schoolhouse Rock, honey. Let's talk about the nouns. A person, a place, or a thing, honey. Okay? What you say? What up, Bigster? Hey, Buckner. What's going on, Bucks? Big bucks, okay? No whammies, honey. No whammies, baby. Okay. Good evening, darlings. How are you doing? Okay, hey, Chin. Oh, JoJo over there. Hey, baby. What'd you say? That's a deep one. Okay, well, explain it to me. Let me get your take on that, Lorenzo. You say that's a deep one, but how is it? Why do you believe that we go out of our way to please others, yet we don't know how to please ourselves? Huh? Why do you think we do that? Okay. This pizza done got good. Wait a minute, hold on. Yes, it was. It was very good. Okay. So, oh, wait a minute. Talk about satisfying oneself, child. Wait a minute, child. Oh, you get you a good pizza pie. Oh, merciful God in heaven, this damn thing here is absolutely fantastic. And I'm eating it cold. How about that? But the seasoning and stuff done sat into that sauce, baby. The secret's in the sauce. Oh. Okay. I'm right there with you, baby. Now, like I said, we get into these things where we don't know how to please ourselves, okay? Or oftentimes it comes across that we don't because we're so busy focused on other people, okay? Making sure folks like us, making sure that we don't hurt nobody's feelings, making sure that, folks approve of us, okay? Or they validate our existence. You know what I'm saying? Hey, Angel, good evening to you as well, darling. Why is it that you feel as though that we do that? I got a couple of options that I want to have us to consider this evening. This damn phone is getting on my nerves. And I said, you know what? I'm telling you, it's either going to be I'm going to end up fucking this damn phone up, or I'm just going to say fuck it and just not pay attention to what's going on over here in the Facebook land because I can't see here. Okay. But the thing of it is that we must get into a place where we learn how to take care of ourselves and we learn how to please ourselves. The question becomes, do we know how to? Do we know how to satisfy ourselves, to please ourselves? Okay. And I'm gonna go there. I'm gonna go into the carnal because see, I'm not gonna talk about masturbation yet. However, I want to go into a bigger scope of this, okay, and go into a bigger thing of this, okay. Why is it that we do not know how to please ourselves? How many of you are parents? Let's go there. Parents. How many of you out there, you're on a budget and carrying on, but you don't know how to buy for yourselves because every time you turn around, you're always buying for the kids. And then the minute that you try to buy something for yourself, it seems as though something is wrong, there's a mishap somewhere, or, oh my God, I'm being selfish, and oh this, oh that. How is it that way for us? Okay, how is it that we don't know how to extend ourselves those courtesies or give ourselves permission to be pleasure, to know that we can have pleasure, okay, to know that we can we can be loved, we can be pleased, and things of that nature. Why is it that we always have to look at that to come from someone else, or from another direction, or from an outside entity? Okay. Okay. I got comedians over in here, child, in the studio. Okay. But okay. But how is it that we do that? And why do we do that? What is oh child, I'm on the air. But okay, thank you. What is child? Wait a minute. Oh, bitch. No, you wait. Oh my God, that's beautiful. Wait a minute. Oh my God. Wait a minute. Oh, wow, that is really nice. Oh, if you don't quit playing with my affections, child, Now listen. Oh,
Oh my God.
oh, wait a minute. Catch it.
That is
Okay.
really nice.
Catch it.
I was running low on corn.
Okay. And then I could break that brim down like that.
Yeah,
You can
Ooh.
break it down on the side too.
Ooh. Wait a minute. Can I do it the whole? Can I do the whole thing? No, I'm gonna leave it like that. Oh. Oh, wait a minute. Because I gotta get on the side. Okay, look at that. With my Jack Smith dip, honey, remember what you
You got your peacock feather on the side.
Oh my God, wait a minute. Baby, thank you. Oh, I wasn't ready.
You got some more trinkets in
Wait a minute, I wasn't ready because this child come in here with little gifts and things and stuff and things and good evening and things and all that and things and
stuff and things.
Oh, well, wait a minute. Listen, we got Player Noir and then Blue Noir Genius. Okay, no, I'm sorry, Blue Genius. All day Twilight. Okay, yes. Well, thank you, Precious.
You're welcome, daughter.
Oh, honey, wait a minute. I wasn't ready. I was not ready. Oh, bitch. I got to get the outfit now.
They're on sale.
Oh.
It was originally $45. Guess how much it was?
$19.99.
$19.99.
Oh. Okay, now this is too cute. Wait a minute. I got the, okay. Now listen, children. Okay. Wasn't that wonderful? Oh, my God. Wait a minute. No, I ain't gonna cry yet. I'm just trying to pull it together, honey, because I wasn't expecting this. I had to take a sip. Y'all know I got the chocolate almond milk going on. It should be tea, but y'all know I done got into this chocolate almond milk, baby. And been sitting up here going through it and things of that nature. Okay. This damn thing done expired again. It's a session expired, and I'm gonna let it go. I'm sick of this goddamn phone expiring my Facebook. Okay. Fuck it. I'm not finna do it. I am not finna do it. Okay. So, be that as it may. But let's go here. Let's get into it, children. Wait a minute. Let me go to the comments. Right. It's easier to please someone else than ourselves. Okay, Lorenzo, you still ain't open up your mouth, baby. I need you to open up your mouth and give me your tea, because you were the first one to hit this, and that must have rang a bell to you. So now, what is it about your heart or about you that says, hey, X, Y, and Z, I'm always willing to do this, but I don't know how to do this. Is it because we don't know how to do it for ourselves? Do we feel guilty when we do it for ourselves? Do we feel that we're looking for somebody to appreciate us because we did it for us, and et cetera, et cetera? Hold on. Take that out that, what's the name? No. What you just threw in the trash, the rest of that lettuce? Yeah. You don't have to throw the Ziploc, because that's the first Ziploc, honey. Don't throw that away. Yeah. So, yeah, we multitasking in the house, children. It's to satisfy yourself, Saturday, child. So, how is it that we're able to do this? Okay, y'all talk to me, because if I get into this, we're going to I don't want to seem as though I'm just trying to be the only one talking here. Love the Wonder Woman 1984 fierce background, darling. Okay, work the pearl hat too, boo. Thank you, baby. Okay, did we work the pearl hat? Yeah. Okay, wonderful gift. Yes, it was. Thank you so much. Style it and profile it. You know how we do, Detroit.
They got a pink suit.
Okay, I know they do. Oh,
and the pink
okay.
Pink shoe to go with it.
Oh, child, see. Okay, see, that's wonderful. It pays to be a good person. Okay, that's right. Okay. That Wonder Woman in the background is a poster or wallpaper. That's nice. No, it's a background. It's a backdrop, baby. Yeah, it's a backdrop. That's what it is. Okay, hey, y'all. Hey, Amy. Come on up in here. And what we're talking about, darling, is why do we go out of our way to please others, but we don't do that for ourselves? Why is it that we do not take the time to go out of our way to do what we need to do to please and satisfy ourselves? You know what I'm saying? And I want to take it beyond, I got to go get my hair done and this and that. I'm talking about satisfying ourselves, a way to where we get pure, unadulterated joy simply because we took care of ourselves. I know I'm damn guilty of it because, I don't like going to the doctor. Okay. And I know many men don't like going to the doctor and carrying on until something. A lot of us don't take preventative measures to make sure that we keep our health together. Okay. That includes our mental, eye exams, dental. Child, y'all know I got to get a grill, honey. I talk too much not to have one, and these girls are falling out every. I just bit my tongue. Every 2 days, honey, something it done broke off or something, and I'm starting to look like whatever. But until times get better, honey, we just have to deal with it. You know what I'm saying? And I don't mind talking about it because hell, everybody sees it. You see it, and y'all gonna talk about me, ha? Okay, and things of that nature. But why don't we take that across the board? When we talk about health, that's physical health, spiritual health, and those kinds of things. Why don't we take the time that is needed to do these particular things? Do you understand? So, is it religious teachings? Because, I've said this before, oftentimes being, of religious background or whatever, we always say, what would Jesus do? And we are taught in our religion and carrying on that it's better to give than to receive. It's better to give than to receive. But we don't explain that. You understand? And oftentimes folks get that confused. Okay. Folks get that confused and they think that we're supposed to just sit down there and give everything, you know what I'm saying? And give everything, and then everything is supposed to, we pray everything else away. You have to weight the world on your shoulders or whatever, but as long as we pray it away, then everything is supposed to be, okay. Because WWJD, what would Jesus do? Mm-hmm. But they forget about the part where Jesus, according to how it was taught, Jesus stole away to go up to the mountains. Okay, to go on Mount Sinai, to go, Jesus went away. He broke away from the children for a minute. You know what I'm saying? He rested and things and all of that. So there are a number of things that we fail to realize in a lot of the stories. Okay. That religion gives us that we don't look at when it comes down to understanding how to satisfy ourselves and understanding that it's okay if I look and satisfy me. Y'all heard me say this the other day, as long as you are giving from the overflow of the blessing, everything is fine. As long as you're giving from the overflow. The second you start giving from the cup, what's in the cup is yours. You understand? What is in the cup is yours. Yours. Let me put it in words that y'all will understand. How many times y'all go out to the damn bar and somebody always wants to take a sip of your drink? Ooh, girl, what's that you drinking? Can I get a taste? Okay. And then what happens? Y'all got two people drinking out the same drink, but only one person buying. Okay. So what you end up doing, you end up buying them a drink instead, but that bitch, no, get your own. As a matter of fact, here, I'll buy you a drink because I don't want you to have none of mine because this one is mine. Okay. How many times have we done that? And in those particular situations, don't nobody give a fuck about it, do we? This is my drink. What the hell is you doing? No. Okay. Or how many times did we sit down there after they put their lips on the cup? Get you a straw. Okay, I'll give you them, but bitch, get you a straw. Don't you drink from my cup. You understand? And we have no problems about that, do we? Okay, as a matter of fact, that's one of the areas where we stand our ground, don't we? Okay. But why is it that we do not like to take that same protocol and take it across the board? Okay, let me bring Red up in here. He just popped in. I think he's on the road. So let me bring him up in here so he can say a few words before he gets settled. What's up, Red?
What's happening? What's happening?
You already know.
Hold on.
Okay.
All right. There we go.
Hey.
What's going on?
Well, we're sitting up here with the children. And the question,
you got what?
Feedback. I'm double.
Okay, hold on. Try it now.
Okay, is that better? Yep, that's it. Okay, we good. So the question is, today is, why do we go out of our way to please others and we don't go out of our way to please ourselves?
Well, for one, if my opinion is being doggone annotated, I'm going to tell you like this. We go out our way for others, sometimes for notoriety.
Ooh.
Or for what they call, I'm saying in the urban areas, street credit, you know what I'm saying? Cool guy. Or for the women, you want to go out your way, you're helping other women and stuff. Because sometimes it could be the doggone wolf in sheep's clothing. There's various reasons that you do it. But when you don't do it for yourself, it's because you have ran out of ran out of everything. Say like if you see somebody, right, you got a kind heart, you buy somebody a pair of shoes. So you say you don't have it too, right? And then all of a sudden, right after you do that gesture, you come across a pair of shoes, but you're $5 short. Now you got one thing, you can say damn, throw a tantrum because you did what you did for the other person and now you can't do nothing for yourself. Or you can feel good about what you did. But a lot of times, like I say, to me, I think the number one rule of doing that, putting other people before yourself is notoriety.
Okay.
That's what I think. I believe it's notoriety. I mean, because you want to belong, you know what I'm saying? A lot of people want to belong to something or belong to someone.
Come on.
So I know some guys out here buying women cars and furs and jewelry and everything and hustling and scrambling for their rent. Like, why would you do that? I don't need nobody to like me that much, but I don't like myself.
Oh, wait a minute. That's a quotable right there.
Yeah, I got something.
I don't need nobody to like me
that much. And I don't like myself. You know what I'm saying? That's right.
I got a comment when you said, how do you please? What was that comment you did?
How do you please others without and then we don't please ourselves?
As far as me,
right.
Our statement for me, I'm so afraid of losing friends because when I was growing up from nursery school to elementary school, middle school, high school, if they didn't want to be my friend, I sat back and cried. So I started buying furniture, buying gifts, and stealing gifts from the stores and everything to please them. And my mama found out, she didn't find out about the shopping, but she found out about that pleasing everybody. She said, you cannot please everybody. The incident within the family, my immediate family, my late Uncle Marvel. We would get Christmas gifts from everybody, but he would always give like $400 and $500 for each and every niece. Just one year, I got $200, and all the other cousins got $500 a piece, and one of them was my favorite cousin, and I felt some type of way. And my mama said, what he was doing, he didn't do with me because I knew right from wrong. I knew not to mistreat him because of his drinking habits, smoking habits. The rest of his nieces and nephews, he was buying them off, and it trickled down the road. Never really pleasing myself. I make sure everybody else is happy, period. Because at the end of the day, I'm just going to say, quote unquote, you took care of me while I was in jail prison, and my mama did the same. So it's the hell with everybody else. Now, people are picking up now, sending their thing to your cash app because they weren't able to do when they were able to do, it was sent back to them. But just like, I rarely get my nails done. It's going to be going on 2 months. And I'm not going to get them because it's going to cost $40 to get a fill in. That's just too much for right now. Then I'm just buying a little light stuff for me. but it's not pleasing like I want to be pleased. Even living in my household, I'm not pleased to a point because she don't want me dressing like this up there in Henry County because of that's a racist city. Down here, she's fine with it, but it's just like you're scared to lose friendship, you're scared to lose companions. I lost a lot of boyfriends because I stopped pleasing them. I stopped doing the sexual thing. I stopped just buying gifts, or whatever you want to call it, shopping for gifts, because I'm learning now, and I was told a long time ago by my godmother, son, your boy, you have to take care of your tomb and take care of yourself before you take care of somebody else, because anybody going to look out for you like your mom and your dad do.
How about that? Now that there.
Hey, if somebody walk away from you for taking care of yourself before you take care of them, they was never your friend.
How about that?
I've heard that.
How about that? Let me go to some of these comments because the kids are blowing up over here. Hold on. Wait a minute. Amy says, I think it's because we don't prioritize self-love. It's difficult to put yourself first, especially as a woman, because it can be perceived as selfish. Okay? You got to love yourself before you can truly love somebody else. Mary J. Blige is absolutely right. Okay? Peach,
man, I tell everybody, and somebody, I was told this so many times in my life through all the bumps in the road that I had in relationships. I was told that I needed some time for myself, some time for me to get to know me, and it took a lot of people, a lot of different times, a lot of different situations in life for me to learn that, you know what, it's time for me to settle down and date myself, take myself to dinner, take myself shopping, buy myself a piece of jewelry, take myself on a vacation.
Oh, see, listen. Okay, I'm gonna get into that in just a second because Peach just said something here that I think is very monumental. Self-care is considered a sin in this country. That there is a mic drop moment, honey. Self-care is considered a sin in this country. How about that? Okay, wow. Okay,
I'm let me ask you this. Does that make me even less of a person or less of a man that I doggone draw a bubble bath? You know what I'm saying? And put on some doggone old school jams like Teddy P or something and have a glass of wine with some motherfucking candles when I have a house to myself?
Ooh, okay.
Does that challenge my masculinity? No. But does it motherfucking goddamn give me a chance to learn something about myself when I'm by myself?
Oh, how about that? Oh, Red, you on to something. You're on to something right there. You're very on to something right there because see, oftentimes we have used the words private, discretion, what's another word? We've used those words as weapons.
Yeah.
Okay. And also because they have been used as weapons, they also have been used. They've continued to be misused because oftentimes those who feel as though they have something to hide behind particular words. Oh, I know the word preference. That's the other word. Preference is also weaponized. Okay. And they hide behind those particular words because they're moving stealth in the dark and really have not accepted what they've learned about themselves, whatever that is, be it good, bad, ugly, or indifferent.
Okay. Meech, let me tell you something. I'm gonna tell you something. This is a banner. Okay.
Okay.
All right. You cannot break your own heart. You can only learn a lesson from what you have walked in. So the same thing that somebody else do to you that will break your heart, you can't break your own heart doing it. You can only learn a lesson.
How about that? Okay. How about that? I love it. And I love it again. Okay.
My wife is next to me racing me like a damn fool.
Say what?
My wife is in the car next to me racing me.
Oh, Lord. Okay. Wait a minute, let me go back to these comments. Angel says, a people pleaser is someone who tries hard to make others happy. They will often go out of their way to please someone, even if it means taking their own valuable time or resources away from them. People pleasers often act the way they do because of their insecurities and lack of self-esteem. Now, I love that all day. What was that?
Yeah.
Hold on. Talk, Red. Let me mute my mic for a second.
I got a question for you. Take the game out. Just the game. All right. People have a problem where they say certain gestures that challenge your masculinity as a man, certain ways that you hug and greet another man, it tends to come off as feminine or less of a man or whatever. So everything that people deem in this United States of America that we call the straight country, that we deem masculine or doggone demasculated, you know what I'm saying? Like, oh, you walk up like the friend, you kiss your friend on the cheek, right?
Right. Okay.
Right. Does that make you less of a man? No, it makes you doggone compassionate and probably have an unconditional love for that brother.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Then you have a situation where you ask yourself, does it challenge my masculinity if I touch myself a certain way? If I know what it takes to please me,
okay,
and I do certain things, does that make me gay? Does it make me hetero? Does that make me bi? Is there a label for that?
Right. Oh, so you went there. You know what?
You hear what I'm saying?
Let me explore that for a second because I want to take it to this particular side of it. Because it upsets me that growing up as young boys, when we around our fathers and carrying on us, before we hit what? I'm going to say double digits. Okay.
Right.
Before we hit double digits, everything is cool. If I want to give my daddy a hug, I'll give my daddy a hug. I'll give my daddy a kiss on the cheek. You know,
right?
We can do all that. But as soon as we hit double digits, all that kissing shit stops. Now you want to shake his goddamn hand.
Yeah.
Okay. Oh, no, we shake hands. What the fuck is that?
Now, everybody's motherfucking spirit can't handle that because some people's spirit is full of motherfucking goddamn emotion. And the first thing they're going to think is, damn, your daddy loves you less.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? You got some people that some young boys, they get it and they don't goddamn think two things of it. But everybody's spirit don't travel the same.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? Like, so they walk around questioning themselves. Does my father not love me anymore? Does my daddy doggone think something wrong with me?
Mm-hmm.
What did I do so wrong? Why did he change? They walk around doing that shit right there. Now you got a long life of questions, and you steady growing into those motherfucking questions with no answers. Now you're a fucked up brother.
Mm-hmm. 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 Mm-hmm.
People don't know, bro. We are our own poison, and we allow other people that we do so much for to doggone guide us into the direction of our future.
Right.
And if you did all that same shit for yourself, then you can be your self-guidance, and you can learn from the mistakes and not do anything to hurt your future.
How about that? Okay. How about that? Let me go back to the comments. I'll say it again. If you can't love yourself, then how the hell are you going to love somebody else? Can I get an amen? Come on, RuPaul. Okay, the RuPaul quote. It's good to help others as well as ourselves, but there's a twist in it. Some people are helping others not from their hearts, but with hypocrisy. Otherwise, people who are helping, doing it in a spiritual manner of humanity. Okay, you know what? Baby, don't do that damn hypocrisy thing. Come on, JoJo, because that's good. That's the word right there. JoJo, this is definitely what the term virtual signaling should apply to. Doing things for notoriety, for recognition, for heaven points. Okay. True good acts, in my opinion, have no return to the giver except of love in their heart. Except for love in their heart. You know what? And let's go right there. Because oftentimes the whole, you know, we talked about this before, where it becomes selfish when we start to want to please people, but there's a negative side of that that we don't take into consideration, and that there is, folks are looking for the adulation, the applause. You know, let's take the current administration. Okay, every time that child think he done did something, what, I'm the one, I've done this. Oh my God, there's nothing else like it. It is this, and this. You know, we're the greatest this, and you've never seen nothing like this before. He gives all that.
We're doing a great job.
Okay. And it's the fastest this, and this is this, and blah, blah, blah. And, you know, we get all of that. And for what? Because it just feels like gloating. It feels like it is, you know, self-aggrandizing and all of those kinds of things. And it has no value. Now, traditional religious teaching says if it's not done from the heart, then it's not worth doing, because shit, it's all in vain. You know, it's all in vain. Okay. Wait a minute. Here we go with this damn thing. Wait a minute. Oh, shit. Wait a minute. Hold on, y'all. Because y'all know every time I try to go down to do the comments. Okay, here we go. Oh, wait a minute. I just did that one. Okay. Hold on. I'm going here. All right. That's true, JoJo says. But we are living in a world of a lot of hypocrisy and good hearts in humanity. It's always to catch some folks who is helping others, but not all people are doing it. Okay, that there was cute. Okay, what up, Big Red says the Buckster over there. Okay, for myself, I can say that I put myself last often because my inability to prioritize my own happiness. It feels like I can't feel good until my partner, friends, and family are good first. I have to make a conscious effort to step back from others' problems to solve, so that I could take better care of myself. Now, Amy, you know, I think we've said this before. You and I are kindred spirits, because I understand that. You know, there's a number of us who absolutely get joy and we get satisfaction out of being able to help others. We understand what that means. It is a wonderful, wonderful human attribute to be able to help others. And most of us genuinely do it from the heart. Oftentimes, though, we get caught up in everybody else's life. And when we get caught up in theirs, I use this analogy that oftentimes, you know, I put myself on the back burner, but if you look at the stove, you realize that your pot ain't even on a burner at all. You know, and when you end up doing that, is because you have allowed so many people to take up space of residency in your life, in your world, or you so busy doing and cooking, honey. You cooking with gas, yeah, you cooking, but hell, you done became a short order cook, because now you cooking for everybody else. And here's a wonderful analogy using the cooking thing. How many of y'all work in the kitchen? Okay, or how many of y'all work as a housekeeper? Okay, you go to work and you can sit down there and spit shine everybody else's rooms and carrying on, and just when you come home, what is the last thing you want to do? The last thing you want to do is go up in here and cook you something to eat, or clean up your own goddamn house and be like, child, I done just did 8 hours of this. My back hurt. This, and this. And so then what happens? Then it becomes, okay, I'll get to it. And then it becomes, you got to make effort to get to it, because now you done let it go so long to it, it's out of control. If you're someone who's not up on it, why? Because this is what you do every day. Now, cleaning and cooking are things that we all do every day. But somebody who cooks in the kitchen all day is not going to go home and make no 3-course meal. When you get home, you're going to do something real quick and simple, child. If you ain't got nothing quick in that damn refrigerator, okay, you ain't going to make goddamn sandwich real quick or whatever. You had either cooked it when you was at work because you was already in the mood to cook, or, child, you're going to either pick up something and have somebody else cook, okay? or if you got somebody at home who knows this, then they're going to be the ones to cook for you. Okay, and this, that, and the other, and it's really, really, really a catastrophe at times because we don't know how to get into ourselves. Let me go to the comments. Tracy said, for me, I believe in appreciation to people while they're alive. I think for me, religion played a great part in me putting people before myself. I've changed my outlook on that and now give from the overflow. Come on now. What you said, you give from the overflow. Okay. Okay. Lola. Hey, Lola. She says, wow. Okay. Okay. No, it doesn't, Red. Okay. I do that. Candles and a bubble bath. See there, Lola? Yes, listen, let me tell you something about candles and a bubble bath, baby. Ooh. See, what I like to do, I like to sit down here and if I have candles, then most of the time I have the candles like reflecting off of the mirror and turn off the light so I have a candlelit bathroom. And sweethearts, when you sit down there and get some music, now see, back when I was younger, it used to take me like 2 hours to get ready because I had to sit in the bathtub and y'all know yesterday on the show we were talking about the government cheese and carrying over. How many of y'all got powdered milk? Okay. When we got powdered milk, I learned to take milk baths because I have been hearing that all the time. Oh, take a milk bath, take a milk bath. And I just could not see myself going to the store, buying a gallon of milk, honey, and pouring a gallon of milk in the goddamn bathtub, honey. I just did not see myself doing that, okay? But with powdered milk, it was already powdered or whatever, so I used it like it was bubble bath or whatever. And I got into it, and I had to learn how to, because at one point, when you put the milk in the water, it smells, powdery and that milky smell or whatever. But then I had to learn how to work it. And when I tell you, child, I would sit down there in that damn powdered milk bath, honey, with my damn music going. And at the time, we had cassette tapes. So I would not get out of that motherfucking tub, honey, until I played both sides of the cassette tape. Okay? Baby, my skin used to be so goddamn soft, child, if you touch me, your left fingerprints, baby. Okay? And I told folks, child, they're going to find you, baby, because this skin, if you touch me, child, I'm telling you, left your fingerprint in my skin. It was so soft. But I used to do all that because that there was part of me. Then I had learned how I did bubble bath and Skin So Soft bath oil. Ooh. My God, today. When I tell y'all, child, that used to just send me into just a place, it was beyond intimacy for me. You know what I mean? Because it became esoteric and it became so ethereal and so spiritual to where that there just became something that I just had to wrap myself in, and I didn't want nobody fucking with me. I didn't care who had to use the bathroom, whatever. I was in there, and of course, when I learned how to do that, when I became on my own, and didn't have nobody to bother me, honey, sugar, darling, love button, okay, Pookie Pie, baby. That there became just, it was those little things. Now I don't take as many baths as I once did because, child, I don't make the time. It's not that I don't have time. I don't make the time. And then I don't reverence it the same way. And I'm gonna say that like that. Because before, like I said, I used to play the music to make sure both sides of the tape were playing or whatever, because I wanted to get into it. And that's how I was learning my music and things and enjoying brand new music that come out or whatever. That's what we were doing. Well, now my mindset is, child, I'm in here and I just want to get clean. I haven't sat down in no water for a minute, so just let me do what I need to do. And I don't reverence the experience, And this is what I mean by we don't go out of our way to satisfy ourselves. Because, see, before, that used to be a go out of my way, and I didn't give a damn about the world and carrying on, because in that moment, they had the Calgon take me away. in that moment, in my milk bath and in my milk and skin so soft bath, and sometimes if I didn't have skin so soft, it was baby oil. When I was in those moments, that day it was just me and God against the world, honey. Okay? And whatever music I was playing, I could just sit back and just relax, And that's back when we would sit down there and you could slide yourself and put your head up under the wall, your face there, so you could wash your hair, rinse your hair out, and all of that. And, you didn't have nobody to wash your back, so you laid down and sit yourself under so you could wash your own back and all of that. That's when we did all that. But I went out of my way to make sure that I was pleasing myself, and getting into a space to where it was just me. You understand? So that there is everything. And what did we lose? What in the hell is that? I'm hearing all this noise. No, is that your music? Somebody calling you on the phone? No, turn it down, baby. Okay. Because the audience is here in the chat. It's like, what? Yeah. Okay. I'm sorry, y'all. Let's go back to the comments. What is this picture? I totally believe in self-care. I'm not religious though, LOL. Soak on, brother. But this country has heavy gender roles. That there is true. That there is true. Okay, Lola gave you the true, honey. I get that, Red. Okay. Okay, the princess is here. Hey, princess. What's up, Leia? Okay. Come on now. Okay, Lola still agrees. Okay, come on now. What we got here? Amy says, self-care isn't just a bubble bath or quality alone time, though. It's also speaking up when you feel someone is leaving you out or putting you down. It's forgiving yourself for making mistakes. It's allowing extra time to get ready or eat instead of giving up that extra time to the kids. How about that? Listen, let's go right there, Amy, because see, that there was some of the stuff that I want to get into. Because oftentimes we settle for the superficial or the surface stuff, Oh, I got my hair done, honey. Oh, child, I just didn't feel these kids no more, child. I just went on out and got my feet done and got me a manicure and a pedicure. And, oh, I just feel so good. I just feel. And that's the surface stuff because that's a start. But oftentimes we don't speak up for ourselves, when folks have disrespected us, or even when we feel slightly that way, you know what I'm saying? Or perhaps there was a misunderstanding. Maybe that wasn't their intention, but you felt a certain way. And y'all hear me say this all the time. Feelings are real. How you respond to them is the difference. How you respond to your feelings is what you can control. You can't control how you feel. Okay. Feelings of hey, I feel this reaction or this particular thing caused this feeling. You can't help how you felt about it, but what you can help is how you react and or respond to it. That's controllable. Okay. But oftentimes we do not go that extra mile to say, hey, please don't talk to me in that particular fashion, or whatever, or stop them. Listen, I understand that you're upset, but can we do this differently? Okay. I'm here, and this is for those who are in customer service. Listen, I'm here to listen to you, honey. Let me hear you. Okay. But I understand that you're mad, but you're not mad at me. Okay. So two things. I'm not going to take this personally, but hey, you're talking to me. I'm not the one that did it to you. So remember that. Okay. And we don't do that. Okay. We don't allow ourselves. How many times I did it this morning? I cooked breakfast, but shit, I didn't eat. Okay. Sat down, fed everybody who wanted to eat, but then I didn't eat. How about that? Okay. Sat up there. I was supposed to, but let the grits go bad. You know how grits, there is no reheating grits, child. Either you eat them hot, but once them bitches get solidified or whatever, child, ain't no coming back. Ain't no coming back from it, honey. So it was a done deal. So how do you come back from that? We don't do that all the time. Like I said, with parents who go out and the kids need uniforms, they need this, they need that. But hell, you need a pair of shoes too. Hell, you don't wore the same shoes for 16 years. Okay, how many times you gonna put scotch tape over duct tape over the hole? Okay, you know that them damn things, they flapping and things. Okay, every time you walk out in the rain, honey, your feet get wet. But I can't. I'll get them. I'll get them. Okay, with the hopes of that you will, but you don't make an effort to do it. Okay, my mother, I learned that from my mother, child, because being a woman who's on disability, who became disabled and carrying on and was only getting, a set income and this, that, and the other, there was always something. I'm the firstborn, so, I kind of understood what the bills were and this, that, and the other, because I was helping her with my siblings. And then it had got to the point where I started to expect her to do X, Y, and Z, right? Because she was always doing something. It was always something. The kids need this, or she was always doing. And one day, Mama came in the house. Mama had went and bought her a new wig. She went and got her a goddamn outfit, because that's when we had the pleather pants. Mama bought her some damn pleather pants, child. They were gray, and that's her favorite color. Child, Miss Lorraine sit up there. And she was going stepping, honey. Miss Mama was going out that night. You understand me? And who had the attitude about it? This one. Why? Because I had become so accustomed to her doing for the house, to where when I saw her start to do for herself, it threw me off. And that's the question I'm going to pose to y'all. Do you believe that people get thrown off from time to time because you have taken a stance to put you first and they become offended by it? Do you think that do you think it's offense, or do you think that it is what? Maybe shock and amazement that you did something because it threw them off? Okay. What you think? Let me go down here and we'll go back to the comments. Okay. What is this? She got March ugly. She meant meats. Okay. Hey, Lola. Okay. We as men have been taught to mask our true feelings for too long. It is okay for you to address your true feelings and express them as such. COVID-19 aside, it is okay to address people you care about with a hug or a caring caress. Okay. But but one of the things about that, baby, is that, see, to Red's point, see, that there becomes, see, we have so many unspoken rules. You remember we were talking about that before. We have so many unspoken rules to masculinity and what being a male is. I just bit my tongue again. To where, to express those kinds of things, this is where your true strength of self comes into play. Okay. And what kind of man that you really are. Because if you're going to stand in your convictions, that's one thing. There's a whole separate issue when you talk a game, but then don't walk the walk or talk the talk. It's just like, shit, I done told y'all for the last, few months, a bitch done gained 60 pounds, child, in the last 3 years. And probably about 6 months over this damn COVID shit. Okay. But I keep saying I've gained it and I've got to lose it, but I have done nothing but lip service about it. Okay. I'm sitting up here creaking, standing up and stuff, knowing that as an actor and as an entertainer, this here, my body is the tool. This is how I make my money. Okay. Your body has to be in tune. So I got to do my stretches and my, don't do, they say now don't do the whole all the way around neck roll, because they said you're not supposed to do that. Go side to side, that way, up and down. They said don't do the whole rounder thing because it throws your spine off. I read that somewhere. But we again not doing the extra or going out of our way to please ourselves, to do what we know that we need to do to take care of ourselves or to satisfy ourselves. And then here's the thing, and I'm stressing going out of our way, because oftentimes we get away with treating ourselves with the bare minimum. Okay. the bare minimum. Okay. Yeah, you hungry, but you know that you really wanted the Big Mac. Okay. You know damn well you want that damn Big Mac combo, child, and you want to supersize the fuck out that bitch, child. Okay. You know you want the supersized fries, and you know you wanted that damn, either you're gonna get the Coke, or for me, it was always the orange high C, no ice, supersize. But what did you do instead? You settle for the dollar menu, and you get yourself, the double cheeseburger, a double cheeseburger or two, little small fry, because you buy it off the dollar menu. And that's just enough to say, okay, I've done for myself, and I'm hungry, and But oftentimes we don't get what we want, to say that I'm satisfying me. And let me put a caveat there, because, I'm going to talk about the other side of that for those who overindulge and feel as though that, okay, I'm here and I'm supposed to, because now those who feel as though they are entitled to it, and they're supposed to have it because, bitch, I'm from kings and queens, honey. I'm royalty. But bitch, what did you do to earn that? So we're gonna talk about that in a minute. But oftentimes for those of us who don't go the extra yard to make it happen, the extra yard to satisfy ourselves, and we just skate by with the bare minimum for ourselves. But when it comes to other people, okay, child, not only did we supersize it, bitch, we got the family pack. How many times? Okay, how many times have you done that? Okay, you done got the supersized Big Mac deluxe meal, honey. And then you want to give them something to take home. So then you go to the dollar meal and give them a chicken sandwich, so they can have an extra something. Okay. Or how many times have you got them the dessert because they want the chocolate cookie cream pie or whatever? Okay. But you yourself, you wanted it, but you told yourself no. Simply because this, that, and the other. You know what I'm saying? But we don't do the extra to satisfy ourselves, but we go out of our way to please other people. Okay. Okay. Wait a minute. Did I do it again? Did I do it again, honey? Wait a minute. I'm trying to get back to these damn comments. Okay, no, there we go. Okay, I'm back. Okay. It's hard for me to show me proper love sometimes because I choose not to be selfish and more selfless, because I feel that it is where my blessing lies. I feel the good you do will eventually come back to you. Yeah, and most of us are under that assumption. And it's a strong belief, and I too believe that. At the same time, how come we don't know how to bless ourselves? See, just that. We have been taught, that to do it is selfish. And we have let that word selfish become a weapon for so long to where we don't know how, we've never seen the divide in it. Okay. Y'all heard me say this on many of occasions. And y'all know I love quoting the Sanford and Son episode when Fred won the $600 in the lottery. Now, y'all know that was 77 or whatever. And $600 was a lot of money back then. Okay. But because he won that money and because he was going to take himself to Vegas or wherever he was going for his little trip, Lamont had a problem with it. What you going to do with all that money? Oh, you just a selfish old man. You ain't going to do nothing with that money. Nigga, you mad because he did not include you in the coin. That's the first read. He did not say, oh, come on, Lamont, son. You big dummy. Let's go down here, dummy. He didn't do none of that, did he? He said, I'm going to take me down here. And I'm going to enjoy me. Okay? Then, of course, throughout the episode, all the other children came and somebody needed 200, sister-in-law that we never even knew. Okay? Esther's sister needed $200 for a gallstone operation. Okay? Now, that's another thing. Well, that's a whole separate issue. I can't stand that when folks win the lottery, the whole world got to know. Under the Public Information Act or whatever, Okay. So she done came and now she need $200. Bubba done came, his car done got towed, and how he make his little coin, and he needed $200 so he could get his truck out of the impound. Okay. So now they come running over to Fred, and it was like, why is it that because you see that I got it, that you think that I'm supposed to give it to you? You didn't ask me. Okay. You assumed that I was going to do it because you came right over to me. Okay. Ooh, but you don't want to hear about it, do you, Fred? Okay. Ooh, but Fred, you don't want to hear about it. No, you're damn right I don't. I'm leaving. Huh. Now, what if he had done like the church children do? Ooh, honey, I'm gonna pray for you. God gonna bless you. Okay. What if he had done that? Would he have been right? And I'm sure the church children would have said, well, you were gambling anyway. That's a whole nother topic. I don't get on that. But the thing is, I always allude to that story because he wanted to do what he wanted to do. And then other folks got in the way. And so not to be selfish, and carried on, then it ended up becoming that way down the line. So we have to learn how to see what selfishness really is and how to play to it. Because oftentimes there is something good about selfishness that a lot of us don't like to acknowledge. That's come the word discriminating. Let me go there, because that's another word that has been weaponized so tough. But when you hear it, where it makes sense, it makes sense when you see the cat commercial, the cat food commercial, and they're trying to tell you, what is it? Is it Sheba cat food?
Yeah.
And things that they tell you about the cats that have discriminating taste. It sounded grand, didn't it? Okay. Oh, but this cat food, honey, for cats with discriminating tastes. Okay. That wasn't nothing bad about that. Is that that's what, I'm here. This is what my palate is. But again, the caveat to that is what we know discriminating to be. You don't sit down there and X out everybody else because you feel as though you're entitled or that you're better than or whatever. Just that, hey, everybody, listen, I can't do shellfish. Why? Because I'm allergic. Okay? It'll fuck me up. So I can't do it. Okay, so you won't see me having a plate of shrimp like I want to. My cousin made this fantastic seafood gumbo. No, it's a seafood stew. She got shrimp and scallions and lobster and something else up in this damn thing, child. I was like, girl, child, if I sit up there and try to take the broth off of it, bitch, I'll be in the hospital somewhere so damn fast, child. Y'all wouldn't know my name. Okay. But in those instances, those words have been made to say that they are evil and wrong. And we have got to learn how to take the power of those words and show there's a positive side to those words. And I'm going back to the word discriminating because everybody discriminates. Okay. Everybody does, because you have a preference of what you like to deal with and what you don't like to deal with. When we're at the hotel, discriminating taste, honey, either the clientele that come up in here are those who can afford the rooms, okay, and those who are going to abide by the laws of the hotel. We don't have anybody else here, and it could be unfair, and sometimes it is, but again, in understanding how folks adulterate the word and see it for its evil and negativity and stuff, because then everybody start pushing the negative on it and start putting it and making it a whole agenda, because just because this hotel is this does not mean I'm supposed to sit down and discriminate against you because of your skin color. If the money is green, honey, the money is green. I won't guess to come up in here who can afford it. You understand? And carry on. And let's take the hotel versus the motel, because y'all know the difference between a 5-star and a 2-star hotel. Okay? Y'all know a Motel 6 child is a rundown little piece of something. And that there is what, just to get you out the cold and for what the prices they want for that motherfucker. You like, bitch, what? You want what for this? For real? Okay, how about that? We had to learn to take the power back of some of those words. You understand? Tracy said, I thought it was just me. I hugged my father one time and it felt like a Mr. and Hopper moment from The Color Purple. I think some men are raised to have bias of showing unconditional love toward between men. Yes, Tracy. Yes. Yes, yes, yes. Exactly. Exactly. Because it becomes their whole thing of, okay, well, they want to quote the scripture of, when I was a child, I did as a child, but when I became a man, I put childish things away. But it's like, okay, well, you know what? That's ridiculous. You know, that's fucking ridiculous. Okay, if I'm still your child, okay, how come you tell me to go to God and give my tears? I could cry to God and this and other with God, because that's the Heavenly Father. But you're here. I want a hug from my daddy. Here. Well, I got to shake your motherfucking hand. Bitch. Okay. 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 I'm gonna go here. Come on back to the comments. Come on back before I go on a tangent. I have worked in the kitchen. It's taxing on the body, mind, and soul. Sometimes I bring food I prepared at work. See, because it's already cooked. Exactly. You ain't got time to do that shit at home. Okay. Great allegory, Meech. Being a bartender for so long, I gave all my social energy to customers and had little left when I got home. Exactly. Because it was all about running the business. It was all about making sure that they were this and they were that. You know, and carrying on, honey. Yes. There are a number of reasons one might develop a compulsive need to please. For some, that need comes from childhood trauma. For others, it simply comes from poor life experiences. Whatever the reason, it's important to identify it in order to correct your compulsion in the future. I'm hiccuping because I got the pizza and I got the almond milk going on. So excuse me. But Angel, you are absolutely right. And oftentimes, as we heard over here with Miss Elise over here in the background was saying, you know, oftentimes it was about buying friendships, you know, wanting to be liked and wanting to be popular. And, you know, and if I didn't, then it meant that, oh, they're not going to like me anymore. Oh, they're not going to this. They're not going to that. And then it starts the rotation of, okay, if I don't do for them, they're not going to like me. So then we forget all about doing it for ourselves, you know, because here's the thing. They didn't like you anyway. That's the lesson we all had to learn, that they didn't like you anyway. They just wanted what you was going to do for them because they knew you would. Everybody always wants something for free. Okay. But is it really free? Okay. What is the price of that? And oftentimes the price is too high. You understand? We pay a price emotionally, spiritually, physically. Because how many of y'all, when y'all have physical ailments to where when you do something and your body is not in agreement with it, your body acts out. You start going through illnesses and shit. Okay, what y'all think an ulcer is? Okay, an ulcer, child, you get to worry and something. They say, okay, you're not supposed to have hot foods or whatever. Okay, once that ulcer develops, okay, you can exacerbate it by eating spicy foods and stuff. Yes, but child, you know damn well, honey, as soon as you get to worrying, now all of a sudden that stress and stuff that you feel, your body responds. Now, what do you think a headache is? A headache is a response to stress. Every time you say, oh, child, wait a minute, and it just went right there to them temples, or how about right here in the center? It done fucked up your third eye, honey, because it's all right here. Just, ooh. Okay, them migraine headaches and carrying on, those cluster headaches. Okay, those ain't cute. And oftentimes, not all, but oftentimes, those particular headaches come on because of you dealing with stress. Okay, and taking on other shit. You know? No, baby. No. Oh, I remember powdered milk, child. Yeah, it was nasty to drink. I couldn't stand it. I don't care how you made it. I don't care how cold it was, child. Which is one of the reasons why I don't like to drink skim milk, honey, because it reminds me of that. Okay. Oh, no. But it's fabulous to take a bath in, honey. Self-love for ourselves is one of the best rewards in humanity and spirituality because it comes from the manifestations and affirmations of abundance. Now, here's the thing, honey. One of the things about abundance is that you have to be absolutely clear, because abundance is abundance. Now, it doesn't say how it's going to come. It's going to come in what you put your energy in. So you can have a good abundance if happiness, joy, peace, harmony, laughter, prosperity, health, wealth, all those kinds of things. If that there is what you are manifesting in abundance, that's what's going to come in abundance. Okay, but if you sit up there and, oh, why is me, woe is me, I need a man, how come I can't, blah, blah, blah. If you do all that, then that's what the abundance is going to be. A lifeline of that, child, until you learn how to break it. Okay. Yes, I too think bubble baths are spiritual. They are, child. Okay. What you say? Yes, a bubble bath with Epsom salt. Come on now. Dim the lights, candlelight, and jazz music is an A+. So you did jazz. Oh, you better come on now, JoJo. Do the damn jazz. Do the jazz in the bathroom, jazz. Get you some Miles Davis, honey. Better yet, it depends on the kind of jazz that you want, because I like big band and swing, But when I'm being intimate and carrying on, there's the times where I like to have me, like I said, some Miles Davis, or sometimes some of the more popular ones, the contemporary ones, like a Kenny G, a Najee. Okay. Ooh, honey. A Greg Porter. I recently got into him, but back in the day, you might get into some Carmen McRae, and those girls, some Dinah. Ooh. Dinah Washington. See, Patty Austin even. Somehow, oh my God. See, we go on and on. How about Natalie Cole's jazz albums and things, when she does a tribute to her father, Nat King. Okay, Nathaniel. Okay. Yes. Come on, Amy. What you say? If you're struggling with being a people pleaser to a compulsive level, maybe you could benefit from reading Codependent No More. Okay. Who is that by, Amy? Who is that by? Okay. Wait a minute. Oh, Lord, here we go. I hit the damn button and I went too far down again. Okay, here we go. DeMarco, hey, baby. You said you want to know why most people don't go after their dreams or practice self-care. Our dreams know us better than we know ourselves, and most people don't want to face themselves. Taking responsibility daily for self-care is creating empowerment. Now, DeMarco, Marco, that right there, that's a word, because oftentimes folks are fearful of dealing with themselves. So we end up becoming distracted by looking for validation and stuff from other people, not taking responsibility for the checks and balances of our own lives, because we haven't given ourselves permission to do it, or we are afraid to do it because it would alienate somebody else. Oftentimes, when you're taking responsibility for who you are, what your dreams are about and carrying on, when you stand into what that is, oftentimes that's going to leave you standing alone, because everybody who's on the ride with you, honey, ain't supposed to be there at the end of the destination. Okay, we all on the same bus, but there's very few who get off at the end. Or sometimes you get off before they do. Girl, I got to get to my stop. How many of y'all are subway riders and carrying on? Y'all know what it is. Okay. Down here in Atlanta, honey, we go from the airport all the way up to Doraville. Okay. Now I get off at North Avenue. Okay, unless I done fell asleep and I woke up at the end of the line, but that wasn't what it was. Okay, now there are times when we get a number of folks who get off with me, but when we get off, we're not going to the same destination. We scatter like roaches in the light. To what? Handle our business. Okay, now how about that? Okay, so oftentimes we are afraid to deal with us. We are afraid to look at that. Listen, isn't that what Diana Ross said in The Wiz, honey, in the movie? She said there's a whole world out there. Okay, but only you're not going to discover it if you hide it behind, the mask and the ideal of a fake wizard. You've got to go out there and see what's out there. A lot of us are afraid to fail. A lot of us are afraid to experience pain. But that's most of us, if not all of us, because nobody likes to be in pain. But through the pain, honey, comes the lesson, comes the work, comes the joy that's on the other side of it. That's the pain is also the teaching lesson. How many of y'all know when you stump that toe, okay, or when you fail and your knee hurts or whatever? Yeah, it hurts. But once you put some mercurochrome on it or some damn Neosporin and bandage it up, you got to go through a healing process, right? And once it heals, then it gets back to normal. It's part of what it is. And then okay, that damn couch right there, I need to pick my big ass feet up and stop sliding across the floor like I'm and things, and learn how to walk so that way I can do the damn thing. Oftentimes we get misconstrued with that, Yeah. I have to be in and out tonight. Okay, Amy, that's fine. She still got the baby and things. Aha. Bought a new exercise bike this week. Only riding 5 or 10 minutes at a time, as well as my daily walk. I have to begin at the beginning, big step, baby steps. You know what? You're right. You're absolutely right. And the thing of it is that I tell folks there's 3 things that I can do that I know to do immediately that will start the process without me even exercising. And that there, I tell everybody, you increase your water intake, okay? Because you have to do a system flush. Then you increase your fruit and vegetable intake, particularly green leafy vegetables. If you do those 2 things, you will start to see the difference within 14 days, okay? And because I have to get back into it, but I still drink a lot of water. Because I like to try to drink a gallon to a gallon and a half of water a day, so that way I'm constantly flushing out impurities. When you sit up there and get fruits and vegetables, that's nature. It's going to give you all your nutrients and care, so that the body can build and things. I have problems with my circulation, and I have problems with not my blood pressure, but it's the blood work, because I don't wear my CPAP. I have a BiPAP machine the way I'm supposed to at night. Okay, and that's because I done told them again, the mask, it blows into my eyes, so it's keeping me up. And so I don't wear it like I'm supposed to, so that I can get enough oxygen in my blood cells so that I can function. But those are the things that I need to do. The third thing that we have to do is get some kind of movement. If you get some kind of movement for 30 minutes a day, everybody say walking, but we're not talking about the saunter through. Okay, if you're going to saunter, then that means you got to do that for at least an hour and a half, because you're taking your time. Okay, but you got to get to a place where you're getting some movement, honey, to where, hell, I say dance. Get your house music. Okay, get your favorite cuts, honey, and start dancing around the house. If you start dancing and acting like you at the club, bitch. Back in the day, honey, I used to have to practice, because when I went out to the clubs, we used to have the dance battles. And so when you got in the circle, honey, you stayed in the circle until somebody burned you. And when you got burned, honey, you had to learn the move that burned you. Then you had to learn the move to top it. Okay, so that you don't get burned again. Because it was one thing, when you play in the dance circle and then you play mix and match. Okay, so and that's that. Okay, either I'm gonna do this, and then you got to match what I do, or just become a mix. And usually that's how the dance club is, or the battles. So then now they done did something that you don't know how to do, and that's the move that burned you. But I was constantly dancing. I was constantly going out. Back in the day, wherever there was a club, honey, Demetrius was out 7 days a week. We all was out dancing because I went dancing. Now I don't do as much, and things of that nature. I don't like the music and all that, but that's another thing. But nonetheless, if you have to get to a place where you're doing some kind of work, and it's 30 minutes, or if you high intense and you could do it in 5, I've seen the little 5-minute workout shits and carrying on, but that shit'll kill you if you don't know what you're doing. Okay. So start at a level that you know what to do. If walking is your thing, then hey, you got to get to the point. And the thing about walking is you have to walk at a pace where you can still have a gradual conversation. And it doesn't sound like you winded. It doesn't sound like you're out of breath. You know, you have to walk at that pace where folks can understand you clearly. Okay. And carry it on. You do that and it'll start. So I know the what to do. The thing is, a bitch just been lazy, trifling, and ain't did it. How about that? I said it. Okay. Jojo says that's true. We all have a lot in common with everything, including self-love and self-destruction of humanity. We all got to realize the difference of the situation with ourselves and others to overcome it. That's it. Okay. Understand those differences. Ah. Tracy, what did you just say here? You just brought something to my attention, Meech. I remember watching my mother doing the same thing and didn't get it at the time, but you just helped me see my thought process as a kid at that time. She needed to do that for herself at that time. I looked at a picture of her in that very dress every day. Man, you just painted a picture for me. Thank you, baby. I'm glad because listen, that there and I Mama told me, she was like, and she said it, but you know, when she said it, I didn't think of it that way because she said, I had to do something for myself this time. She said, this is the check where I do something for me. Okay. And, you know, as a kid, you know, I was a teenager. So, you know, I'm like, you know, the hell is that? And it didn't hit me. Okay. It didn't register. But at the same time, I always like my mom to look good. You know, now my mother is cute with keeping her clothes and carrying on. So it wasn't like she was shabby or whatever, but it was cute to see her in something new, something fun for herself, where she was able to express her femininity, you know, and have fun being a girl. That's what I teach. I try to teach this to my female friends now. Girl, enjoy being a girl. Okay. Enjoy what that is to embrace your femininity, because for so long, women have had to rely on their masculine energy to do so much to where they have become the men that they say they're looking for. But they forget how to be girls. You know, even now when they go get their hair and shit done, they do it in such a masculine energy to where it's not even feminine anymore. You know, girl, I got to go get my hair done, and it's not even enjoying it. It's all about making sure a bitch spending his money, okay, and the clap back, and it's not even about self-care. It's not even all of that. It's about keeping up with the Joneses, and a lot of that is masculine energy, because that there about providing and carrying on and making sure that the look is that way. All that is masculine energy, and women don't do that enough anymore to where they enjoy being girls. You know, they enjoy it. And I know I had to learn that with my mother, because I have for so long saw her, you know, as this pillar of strength. You know, my mother is my Wonder Woman. Okay. And I watched her take Superman down, honey. So she has always been that. And when I saw her through those eyes. But it always floored me when she was being coy and cute with her boyfriend and carrying on, because I didn't know that side of her. When I knew my mother was wrestling up on some dick chat, when I learned, it floored me. Because I was like, oh, what is missing? And it was so cute. But at the same time, it was too much for me to handle, because I had not seen her in that light. And to see my mother be a woman, you know, was something that I had to get used to. And then when I learned what it was, again, then becoming an adult myself, and then as a gay man, understanding what it was to try to catch the eye of another man, honey, I got it. Ooh, when I got it. When I got it, then I learned a couple of tricks from Miss Mama. Let me tell you the truth. Yes, ma'am. Okay. Yes. Trying to feed my mind, body, and spirit. Okay, feed it, baby. Feed it and uplift it. Okay. The best way to be selfless is to be selfish within, announcing our healthy boundaries and the consequences of crossing those boundaries. Once we do not overstep our own boundaries, others will respect them as well. Now, how about that one? Once we do not overstep our own boundaries, that there is real good. That's real good. Because oftentimes, see, that's when we come in when we make excuses for ourselves. We make excuses for everybody else and then accept it. If somebody has done something or have crossed a boundary, we end up accepting them because we think of who the person is or whatever. We don't want to cuss them out. Oh, they didn't mean to do it. We end up putting words in their mouths instead of letting them explain it for themselves and challenge them on it. But baby, what? I don't like that. What was all that? And carrying on. So that there is very, 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 very key, because oftentimes we would do that with ourselves. Okay. All for the lack for wanting validation and approval, and things, or because we so in love to did, okay, we will make exceptions for so and so. Okay. We make exceptions for this person and things. But if our brother and sister, honey, did the exact same thing, child, they would catch all the wrath that this child was supposed to get. They'd catch all his wrath or her wrath, and then get what was theirs too. See, that's very good. Leah said, "Oh my God, I had curry with chickpeas." Did you? Okay, how was it? Okay. DeMarco says our vocabulary comes from the frequency and tone of how we learn the world through experiences. What you were going through when you heard the word form the definition. You know what? Say that. Then that word becomes labeled positive or negative due to the energy left when the word is shared. As adults, we have to go back into our vocabulary and reconcile with some memories and add value to some words that held power over us. That's real big, DeMarco. We're gonna have to take that and make that into a show itself, because that goes across the board as far as every aspect of our lives, because we've experienced things very differently, which is why talking about the Bible and talking about other learning tools and talking about a number of things, it becomes difficult to separate, because you have to go in. What has become the very foundation of your life has now been questioned and challenged and carrying on, and folks don't get it. Folks don't realize it. Folks don't understand that you now have to dissect it, because your experiences have changed, and you learn something new through your experiences, that what you thought you had or learned, it doesn't apply in the same manner, and that there is something that's a whole show in itself, baby. Tracy, you said, I've had cluster headaches. I couldn't see straight, had to get medical attention for it. I think stress caused it. Most of the time, unless you are one of those people who deal with a chemical imbalance, most of the time those headaches are caused by stress. And it becomes stuff that you thought you had dealt with, but your body has harbored it, and then it starts to react to it. Your body starts to act out in ways, China, and will take over some shit that we never thought was possible. Okay? And this is why some of the illnesses and things that we go through it exist. Okay? One of my future goals is to hook my basement up and buy my indoor jacuzzi. Greg Porter is awesome. Natalie Cole is great as well. You better understand, child. Okay? You better understand. Okay? So that there is a lot of what's going on with all of this. We can go on and on, but I think I've talked myself into something, because we started late today. I came on at 10 o'clock versus 9 o'clock because there were some things going on around up in here that I had to take care of and things, and then I had to take a call from my son and get some information from him, and he was going to call in at 9:30. So I had to take care of that. But one of the things that I want to do before we leave is I said that I wanted to have a homework assignment, okay? Now wait a minute. Let me go over here because I want to read it properly to make sure that I do this the right way. Okay, and that there is the homework assignment that we're going to start now. In understanding some things. Oh wait a minute. I want to go into this too because I didn't talk about this. And this, well, let me go here first. I say, okay, we're finna get spending a little bit more time because we're talking about learning how to satisfy ourselves and what and get into that space. What do y'all plan on doing with y'all next stimulus check?
Oh, bit. Oh, yeah, I can say it, bro. If I, for me,
Okay.
if I get another stimulus check, I'm going to pay my tithe. I'm going to pay rent for 2 months. I'm going to give mama a little change. Give my good god sister, godmama, Demetrius a little change, and I'm going to splurge on me.
How about that? Okay.
And you know what? I want to go. I want to do like 50 to 100 little small energy bags for the homeless.
Okay. How about that?
That's if I get one, but I'm afraid that I get another one.
Here's the thing, and the reason why I say that is because oftentimes, again, learning how to satisfy ourselves, but then talking about the flip side of that coin of overindulging and those who have become entitled because they think they're supposed to and this, that, and the other, and those who have been taught and raised that, oh, you don't let no man and you don't let nobody, and you know it's all about the hustle. You're constantly on the grind, you're on the grind, you're on the grind. And there's no balance. See, it's nothing wrong with those particular statements. It's just that there's no balance. And when you don't balance that out, what we get is anarchy amongst ourselves. Because now, in building and shaping your character, you end up creating a monster that don't nobody want to fucking deal with, point blank. You know, nobody wants to deal with the monster that is insensitive to the needs of human beings and everybody else. And nobody wants to deal with, quite frankly, an idiotic asshole. Okay, I said it that way. Okay, because in those particular things, you become a caricature of yourself. You become the beast. And then when you get into your quiet times, you wonder how come you're misunderstood and how come nobody sees you this way. And then your personal face is, oh, well, fuck these motherfuckers. I ain't got, I ain't got to live for nobody, honey. This is me. Don't nobody pay my bills. Don't nobody. Okay, right. But Miss Thing or Mr. Thing, okay, let's look at this. Let's look at you becoming a tyrant, thinking that somebody is supposed to do for you. And you have not even shown that you've earned the right for anybody to do shit for you. Okay? Just because you're on this planet doesn't mean that the world is supposed to take care of you. In fact, they're not going to do it unless you open up your mouth and ask. You got to do the work. You've got to do the work. Okay? You've got to do the work. So yes, honey, that is that. So along this with the new stimulus that's coming, it looks like it's going to be the final draft is going to be approved. We do have Democrats and Republicans on the same page, and they are in agreement and carrying on. So hopefully they will go ahead on and approve it. But now, with the current administration being hospitalized and shit, okay, it's going to take a minute before, or basically quarantine. Let's call it what it is. He's quarantined. They're talking about he's hospitalized. That fucker is a quarantine. Because of that, it's going to take another 2 weeks or whatever before we're after whatever. It's going to take a little longer than normal because of what we're dealing with. So, have y'all thought about what y'all want to do with it? How are you going to satisfy yourself without necessarily overindulging and oversplurging? But how about what are you going to do with it that's going to make sense? That's going to give you personal satisfaction. That's going to take you to that place of satisfaction without it being an overindulgence or overspending, or without. Let me put a caveat on that, because I don't want you to think that it's an overindulgence because you not knowing how to care for yourself. But know the difference between what is overindulgence and then what there is, okay, I'm going to do this for me. Have you thought about that? And if you have, you know, you'll have to tell everybody what you're going to do with it. But, you know, let's look into that, and let's look into some of those things of how we can then get into us, you know. And your homework assignment was this. What are some of your hobbies? Huh? What are some of the things that you like to get into that brings you joy? Okay, I think we talked about this one time before, but I wanted to reiterate this particular point because it's time for us to be able to ask that question. Y'all know I'm still big on this, going on the dating apps and carrying on. When you talk to somebody and you say, well, what do you like to do? And nobody knows how to fucking answer that goddamn question. Okay, what are your hobbies? I see you. Oh, wait a minute, he itching. Come on up in here.
I like long walks in the park, masturbation, love porn. Yeah, especially porn where the pussy is shaved. I love that stuff right there. It's like, remember when pussy didn't have no smell? Yeah, that right there. I love. Yes, I like that. Excuse me, Mr. Show Host, can you come back? Oh, are you back? Oh, and guess who's back? All right. I like when the girl orders food for me. Oh, you know what I'm saying? Okay. As long, hey, if she knows what I want in my mouth, then I don't have no problem goddamn returning the favor. Woo! Big red fellas in the building. What's happening, dissing to you? Hey, okay, now chew before you swallow, Meech. Chew before you swallow.
In this particular case, I have to.
Hey, let me ask you something.
What?
If you're eating a Charms Blow Pop, right?
Mm-hmm.
And you bite into it and get to the bubble gum.
Mm-hmm.
Does that mean it was truly satisfying?
Oh. So you want to go there? You trying to go there?
No, I just asked a question.
You trying to go there?
Hey, you my brother, man. I just asked a question, bro.
Listen, I'm gonna answer it brother to brother.
Okay.
The whole idea is to enjoy the experience. If you bite into it just to get to the bubble gum, you've rushed it. That means you already knew what the prize was. So
I never thought about it like that.
What's the point?
So the initial sucking and licking and swirling around is basically doggone really the whole doggone aspect of the situation.
Is it right? It's part of the experience because you want the candy.
Right, because once you get to the bubble gum, you can't do nothing but blow.
It's over, right? It's over.
You know what? And I wonder why I see people all the time when they have a Charms Blow Pop, when they get to the gum, the stick be bent.
Right.
So that's the stick. It went limp.
How about that? It's over.
Wow.
It's over. Okay. What a wonderful analogy.
So they should have called. They shouldn't have been Charms Blow Pops. They should have been happy endings.
Well, sometimes they are.
Oh, just it. Shout out to the massage parlors. Oh yeah.
Okay, but that's what you get when you get to the Tootsie Roll center of a Tootsie Pop, honey.
Now you know what I like about the name of that candy?
What?
I had a few dates, and they like to make it pop when they pull it out. Yeah, and
right.
It's some of oh my Jesus, bro, that popping, goddamn it, that shit make you get rent.
Yeah.
Oh, bitch, you is on the rent list.
Right. Yeah.
This one I thought I was gonna leave you in this hotel to pay for yourself.
No. Those become tools, darling. Those the charms, and we talked about that the other day. The charms and the Tootsie Roll Pop are tools. They become teaching tools, honey.
But that goes back, like you said, teaching tools. That goes back to what I said about stuff in your adolescence that prepares you for life. You feel me? when you're doing stuff like that, like you got motherfucking you ever see the when you drinking the powder stuff in the stick, and you want to get that last bit, you turn it up and you tap it on the ass.
Yeah,
excuse me, Mr. Host, can you come back? Oh, you're back. Hey, how you doing? I'm just saying, bro. I'm just saying.
Oh, wait a minute. You missed the debut of this.
What's that?
Hold on. It was my daughter just gave me this, child.
Oh, that motherfucker gangster right there. Okay. You know what? That motherfucker don't say boy pussy. It say gangster pussy.
Well, how about it? And I wish I had I used to have a suit this color. I used to have this color. And when
I used to have, look, they came out with a line of Versace that was for the summer.
Yeah.
Made out of that same type of material, it was 100% silk, and it almost looked rayon, but it was silk. And I had a shirt that color by Versace. I paid $475 fucking dollars because nobody had that color and nobody had the balls to wear it. And I walked up in the club with that pink motherfucker on, with a pink gator and some white motherfucking goddamn fucking what they call them, linen slacks.
Yeah, I see. Yeah, you see these cars in this right?
You feel me?
I'm gonna tell you. Listen, one of the things is we come out.
Get that. You can give me that.
Some of our hobbies, shopping is one of mine. I like to shop, and Lord knows I love to dress a man. Oh,
hey, but one thing that you forgot, right? Your brother is a pimp dressing ass nigga, and I've already motherfuckers start putting together an outfit to steal that hat. Tell your friend I said thank you.
okay. So anyway, wait a minute. What Tracy, what you say, child? You carry me a bag of Charms Pop.
Hold on one second. Hold on, I'll be right there. Hold
on. Okay. So put up some of y'all hobbies down here in the comment sections, honey. Let me see what some of the things that y'all like to do. Okay. And like I said, what y'all gonna do with your stimulus, honey? Okay. What are you going to do to better yourself or to go out of your way to doing for you? Okay. All right. Something that's going to take you into a place of zen and tranquility and just overall, I've done this for me. You know, not the whole necessary I got to splurge kind of thing, because see, most of the time when you see splurging to me becomes, it has a lot of negative energy on it, because oftentimes we look at it like, oh my God, I've got to go do this now because I would never, ever do it again or whatever. And it becomes one of those like a guilty pleasure kind of thing. Oh, I've got to splurge. And it feels as though you don't deserve it, like you're sneaking to do something, or it's a crime to do it. And we need to come back out of that and say, okay, you know what? Like my mother said, this particular check is a me check. I'm going to do things that I need to do for me, you know, and that kind of thing. So
$25.
Necessarily going over to do.
He spent $25 for you. I just gave you motherfucking goddamn the other part of
without going into doing the whole do-I-diddy splurging and all of that, you know, taking yourself into debt or figuring that because you got some money or a little coin, now you can sit down here and do all the stuff that you ain't never done before, knowing that this little $1,200 ain't no money really. Okay, but it's a cute little nest egg for you to do something with. Okay, how are you going to manage that? How are you going to get yourself into a better a better something with you, okay? Or after you take care of all your responsibilities, what do you do that one thing that you can say, okay, you know what? I know I got this bill to pay and this bill to pay, but I'm going to do this. Okay. Okay. I'm going to what? Put some furniture in the layaway or whatever. Or whatever. What is that for you?
Buffalo.
So okay. So now going back, what are some of your hobbies, children? What are some of your hobbies?
What's your hobby?
Mine, let's see, I like cards when I
Hey,
came.
go tell my wife come to. What's about? This the second time I asked you to do that, and you didn't do it at the parking lot. So this time, hobble your ass in there.
All right now.
I'm sorry, y'all excuse me, because one of my hobbies is cussing niggas out. Look. Well, look here, me. Let me tell you what.
Tired of you, bro. That's why I told you first time she said she's tired of you, keep calling.
But she ain't tired of that rent. Good. I like to eat, and that usually keeps me in a goddamn good relationship.
Well,
even when there's no food in the cabinet.
Okay.
Good mama. What's that you eating, Meat?
Some pizza.
Another good thing that starts with P that you put in your mouth.
Right.
Right. What? Hey, it looked like you. Hey, you know what? You didn't even drop no sauce. That pizza was satisfied.
Listen. Don't stop me. Don't do it. Don't do it. Now, another one of my is that I'm a foodie, and outside of eating, I like to cook. I like to be
that shit cannot be hot.
Other stuff that cooks and carry on. Learning new things about cooking and things. I like to play cards. And it's some bid with children.
Hey, you play bid with?
Yes, I'm from Detroit, honey. What you got?
Okay, well, yeah. I didn't goddamn understand, you know, that you speak the lingo, NOLO.
Okay. I have five up now, honey.
Okay.
A 5-0 uptown, baby. Shit. That's usually my bid. And a 5-0 uptown, baby. Slap you there, baby. Run this Boston.
Okay, got here.
Hey.
Wait, y'all on live?
The show must go on.
Exactly.
We all eating. He's stuffing. He eating pizza.
Right. Pizza, baby.
Today we talking about hobbies, and you're eating things that begin with the letter P.
Oh, stop.
I don't know where you gonna start at. But I guess so. Where a good woman start at? Penis. Okay.
Hey, somebody talking my language. Okay. So
not that much of you pick that out, man.
This is always good and cute. When
he was already
hey, just to give you a breaking message. I just saw a scat get on that motherfucker, and 2 police officers got out his ass. I saw a live chase.
Oh, stop. Okay, interesting. Hey, Miko done came up in here. Hey, Miko, what's going on, baby? We're talking about hobbies. Understanding how we go out of our way to please other people, but we don't go out of our way to please ourselves. Again, not understanding that it's okay for us to have stuff that we like to do. Some of your hobbies, what is it that you like to do that brings you enjoyment? Yeah, those are the kind of things that oftentimes folks talk about. You know, hey, Road.
And they done with all that fuck shit.
So
ain't nothing but goddamn bone and motherfucking straight white meat.
I'm gonna mute you for a second. Put your hobbies down up in here. Wait a minute, Tracy said paying bills and treat myself to something nice. So that's what you're gonna do with the stimulus. Okay. That's the other thing. Because we got a new stimulus coming, hopefully it looks like it's gonna pass through. The Democrats and the Republicans are in agreement right now. They're gonna do the final draft of the bill, and it looks like it's going to pass. So now that it's coming, it's going to be the $1,200 again, and unemployment is going to be that $600. There's a couple of different nuances with it, but yeah, it looks like it's coming.
Let me tell you something. What I don't like is the fact they say everybody who can get the shit, right? And they say all these other stipulations, and then the same people they say they're not gonna fuck with, as soon as they send them out, they get snatched. They don't get it. They know that when they send it.
That's true. Damn. Here's the fabulous. Wait a minute. This pizza not goddamn good. Okay. Tracy say, I love collecting Black art, reading autobiography and self-help and self-healing books. Also enjoy plays, wine tasting, and exploring different cultural events. Oh, we got a lot of common, Tracy. We have a lot in common. Okay. What you saying?
Tell Tracy to run me a bottle of that Stella Rosa.
Oh, okay. Listen, I want to do. I'm going to do a wine tasting, but I wanted to have all Black-owned wine and champagnes because y'all remember the group Cool in the Gang? One of the founders, Robert Cool, the one named Cool. He just came out with a new champagne. The original Isaiah Thomas from the Detroit Pistons, because y'all know there's a new Isaiah Thomas that's playing basketball now. But the original Isaiah Thomas from the Pistons, he has a champagne. There's a slew of Black-owned wines that are out here now.
Why they don't brand the shit?
That's a good question. I think, I think the marketing is they're trying to, I think they're trying to make it like Bentley's and that kind of thing, to where it speaks for itself. You don't have to, necessarily do branding or whatever.
Right.
But I think we need to do a wine tasting that's like that. Yeah. So,
you got a R. Kelly mouth. Baby mouth.
Oh, wait a minute, Miko done dropped something. Hold on. Miko said, we have been so programmed.
Take the ID mouth.
And conditioned. Wait a minute, hold on.
Ain't take no hot food.
We have been so programmed and conditioned by things outside of us. All many people know is to please others. We have to unlearn what we learned. We were taught so many times, God first, others second, and you last. That took me some years to undo, because I was always taught that I wasn't enough because I was different. And what I liked and loved was interesting. I'm so glad that I have been delivered permanently from that. Now, Miko, you about to make me tap dance on the sun, honey. And backflip to heaven and kiss Jesus in the mouth, child.
Oh my God.
Mm-hmm.
Oh my God.
Mm. You just said that for me.
That was the quote of the night on the dog, from what I'm saying.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Well,
I ain't gonna lie, Tom.
listen.
Right there downstairs. Right there for the little room. You can take them out.
You out enjoying. I'm here enjoying. And so what we're going to do, and let the kids get back into it midnight now. And I got something to tend to. So having said all that, let me let you guys go.
I got a question.
What's the
Is that a backdrop?
Yeah. Yeah.
Good shit.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, backdrop, baby.
I meant to compliment you on it yesterday.
Oh, well, thank you so much. I appreciate that. Okay. So on that, my darling, here's all of your comforts, baby. Tea has been dished. And you've been dishing tea, darling. With a big big buddy. If you love me, tell a friend. If you hate me, tell an enemy. But do know this one way. Everything that we're doing over here, honey, will what? Move forward. So, darlings, thank you all. I hope that we're able to get to some of the things about tonight's show. And until the next time, honey, woo-hoo! And scene.